NBA season is getting closer and closer, and with the new NBA season, it also means we have a new look at every team in the league. I mean, just take a look at the Phoenix Suns, who got Bradley Beal and actually built up a good amount of depth. They're a team that I'd want to watch, and that's what we're going to go over today, is the watchability of NBA teams going into the 2023-2024 NBA season. All right, starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, we all know about the James Harden stuff happening. Maybe he'll be there by the time the NBA season starts. Maybe he won't. We don't really know yet. So to be honest, I feel like a disgruntled Joel Embiid, a disgruntled James Harden, I'm not too excited on the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put them in B. I know that might be a little bit too low for some people, but to me, that's just where I put them. I feel like they're just going to be a really struggling team this year. They're not going to have the chemistry that they had. It's just going to be rough. Washington Wizards. Now, we all know that this is a team that doesn't necessarily have like the big talent, the big names, but it has some young guys. We have a Jordan Poole who will be running a team. Yes, Jordan Poole will be somehow running an actual organization right now. I'm excited to see it. Will I be watching every single Washington Wizard game? No, but will it be cool to see like those 40 bombs and those like 35 bombs that Jordan Poole's gonna drop? Fuck yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Wizards at B next to the 76ers. That might be a crazy look for some people, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it. The Atlanta Hawks. What did the Atlanta Hawks do this year, man? Oh my God, it's been so long since we've seen movement in the league. I feel like the only real crazy thing that the Atlanta Hawks did was get rid of John Collins. But other than that, like, yeah, I do want to see Trae Young do good. I feel like Trae Young is always getting hate for no reason. I feel like Trae Young will have a good year. DeJounte Murray, we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in C, right? Nothing really insane happening there, but it's also just like, you know, it's a team to watch. You're gonna see those Trae Young games. Maybe you'll see a big game here and there. And honestly, they could be the surprise team out of the East for all we know. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I'm seeing a lot of talks about Donovan Mitchell wanting to go to the New York Knicks and how he doesn't want to be a Cavalier. I don't see where those reports are coming from. I feel like they're all coming from Knicks fans because he honestly seemed pretty happy in Cleveland. I'm excited to see this team run it back again this year, even though they did lose to the Knicks. Jarrett Allen's always fun to watch. Evan Mobley, like, can we talk a little more about Evan Mobley during the offseason? Like can we get back on that? I'm putting the Cavaliers in A tier. I'm very excited to see them play, but they're not quite S tier, right? I feel like they're gonna be a high team in the East. I'm very, very excited. The Detroit Pistons, who have obviously Asar Thompson, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Wiseman, they have a team that I really want to see do good. So even though they might not be a good team, I will be watching a good amount of Detroit Pistons games, clearly because they're gonna be such a fun team to watch. And that's what this is about. This is about how fun they are. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in A next to the Cavaliers. That's honestly how I feel about them. Indiana Pacers, I'm not too like excited on. I know obviously like Tyrese is there. Did they do anything else? No, like they really didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in C. It's kind of the same thing where like I'm excited to see Trae Young, but everyone else I don't really care about. It's the same thing with the Pacers where it's like I'm excited to see Tyrese. I want to see him improve, but I don't care about what's happening there. The Milwaukee Bucks is an interesting one to go over because, you know, you just had Giannis talk about how maybe he won't sign a contract extension. If he doesn't think they can win a championship, he might be leaving, which is fucking insane considering how many people were like, Giannis is so loyal to the Bucks. That's crazy. So this season really has a huge effect on the long-term goals for the Milwaukee Bucks. Can they be championship contenders this year? Probably not. I feel like their window is just a little bit closed. I feel like they didn't really add any new players in. They didn't really add any big, you know, pieces. Honestly, I think they should have flipped Chris Middleton. I feel like his window's kind of over. I could be wrong on that. We didn't really get to see him much last year. Whether or not they would have beat the Heat if Giannis was healthy, I don't know. But am I excited to watch the Bucks? A little bit. I'm gonna go B. Once again, I'm not like excited. I'm not tuning into every single Bucks game, but it is solid. Toronto Raptors, I honestly have zero interest in the Toronto Raptors this year. Grady Dick is a cool rookie. Pascal Siakam, all right. Like Scotty Barnes hopefully has a good year. I'm not too in on the Toronto Raptors right now, and I don't really know what can change that. Maybe if they play good, maybe if they have a fun team, but like the only players I'm really interested in there is Scotty Barnes and Grady Dick. That's about it. Is that enough for me to watch? Not really. I'm gonna put him D. That might age terribly. I'm just not excited. I just don't really care. Dallas Mavericks with Luka and Kyrie. I feel like it's just such an overhyped team. I mean, we saw them last year, and although it was a small sample size having Kyrie on that team, they just didn't perform great. But it is a really fun duo to watch, and I feel like maybe they'll be interesting. I think honestly they're a play-in team at best, maybe a lower playoff seed, but but they're not as good as everyone is making them out to be. Can we be fucking realistic here? Like, oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in B though. I am excited to see how they do. If they play bad, like if they're just a shitty team, I would put them lower, but we'll see how it goes. Denver Nuggets, I might get hate for this. I might get hate for this. Although they just won a championship, although Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the NBA and the NBA has ever seen, I'm not crazy excited to watch them next year. I am going to give them an A because obviously they're the previous year's champions. You want to see, can they do it again? Can Jokic win a back-to-back title? We don't know. We're going to find out. But it's not S tier. It's not an S tier team where I'm like ecstatic to watch and I'm freaking out over their games. It's an A tier. I want to see if they can do it again. That's what I care about. If they don't do it again, don't care. I don't care about the team. Memphis Grizzlies next up. I honestly have zero interest in watching them play. Ja Morant suspended for half the fucking season. I literally don't. I mean, I'm going to add an F tier because I simply don't care about this team and I feel like they're still getting overhyped, which is fucking crazy to me. And let's go ahead and throw the Memphis Grizzlies in there. Yeah, I just don't care about them. I just don't care. Minnesota Timberwolves. I want to see Rudy Gobert play this year, only if he improves. Like, I have high hopes for him for some reason this year. I hope Cat plays good this year. Anthony Edwards, as we know, is going to be a beast. I'm excited to watch the Timberwolves play this year. Like, I really am. I wouldn't call it anything crazy. I want to put it below B, but not... I want to put them below B, but not quite in the C. I feel like they're a little bit higher than that. You know what? For Anthony Edwards, I'm going to put him in B. That's if the Mavericks are there, if the Mavericks are in B, so should the Timberwolves. The San Antonio Spurs, obviously, Victor is the highest draft prospect. I will be watching every single Spurs game. I feel like I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, yeah, I'm going to watch a couple games and see if he plays good. No. We're all watching the San Antonio Spurs this year. Let's all be fucking real here, okay? Even if you think he's overhyped, even if you think he's a bum, you're still going to be watching the Spurs play this year. Jimmy Sohan, I don't know, I got made fun of for saying his name both ways. Will also be a very, very fun watch, so keep your eye out for him. But hey, Victor Wembanyama with that haircut, oh, I see him dropping 20 a game. 20, 10, and 10. I'm calling it right now. Utah Jazz, I have absolutely zero interest in. Larry Markin is obviously a great player. Jordan Clarkson, I'm pretty sure is still with the Jazz. Great players. Will they be good? No. They're going to be a lottery team. I mean that with respect. Obviously, no disrespect towards them. That's just where their team is right now. They obviously traded away all their players. I'm putting them in F. I just don't care. The LA Clippers, who piss me off because I hate the Lakers, right? I feel like the Lakers get too much attention. They get too much media attention when they're bad. I don't think many people talk about the Clippers. They are a bad team. They can't stay healthy. And I hate saying that. I hate using that as like a gotcha, but it's true. And they still get overhyped. Last year, I saw so many mock standings, whatever they're called, predictions, where they had them like at 4 or 3. It's like, are you fucking serious? Putting the Clippers in C tier. I just don't care. Phoenix Suns, they're an S tier team for me. I really want to see a full season with the Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, DeAndre Ayton, if you want to throw him in that conversation, ball. I want to see that. I want to see how that goes. That's an S tier team. Portland Trailblazers, I have absolutely zero interest for. They're going in the F tier. The only real reason why I would care for the Portland Trailblazers is because they have Chris Murray, Keegan Murray's twin. Other than that, I don't really care. Next up is the Sacramento Kings. Obviously, my favorite team. Like, why would I not put this team anywhere else but S tier? The best offensive team in NBA history last year. I don't know if that actually stuck, but at some point they were. I mean, just look at this Clippers versus Kings game where the score is like 176 to 170. Like, how would you not want to watch that? That in my opinion was the best game of the NBA season last year. I don't care what you say. I need some air. I'm actually dying in here. To me, it was the best game of all time. They had the best playoff series against the Warriors. I just cannot wait to see them back at it again. I think even if you're not a Kings fan, they are a very exciting team to watch. There's a car coming by. The New York Knicks. It's exciting. Does anything really jump out at me? Not really. They had a good year last year, made it to the second round, obviously. I don't think they can really make it further, though. I feel like they're capped at where they were last year. Brunson, obviously, is going to be a great watch. Randall, Barrett. Overall, going to be a fun team. I'm not crazy excited, though. I'm going to put them in C. Nothing really jumps out at me, but I am excited for the year that they're going to have. The New Orleans Pelicans is going to be a fun team to watch. Obviously, Zion is going to be healthy. We'll see how long that lasts. I think if this year Zion gets injured again, He's out. It's gone. It's gone. This is his last year in New Orleans if he gets injured. But obviously the Brandon Ingram, I mean, like, overall, the team is solid. The team can be so fucking good. Zion is probably, in my opinion, the best player in the NBA when fully healthy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. That's just not how this works. So he's not that valuable to me. With a healthy Zion, this is an A-tier team. I'm excited. I want to see him play again. And I think they can be a really solid team. They can make shit work. The Charlotte Hornets, besides Brandon Miller, like, what are we really excited for? I'm not sure. I'll give him a C. I'll give him a C. I just forgot that the Portland Trailblazers drafted Scoot Henderson. I had my mind set so hard on the Damian Lillard trade request to Miami that I literally forgot that they drafted Scoot. Holy shit. I am sorry that they were sitting in F this entire time. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. We got Scoot Henderson there. Okay. They're a B team. Oh, fuck, but Scoot. No, they're A. I want to see Scoot Henderson play. I want Scoot Henderson be the best rookie in the draft class. I'm hating on Victor. I know. I want Scoot to be the best player in that draft class. That's what I think would be the most, like, crazy outcome, and the coolest shit would be to see him win Rookie of the Year. I am very sorry for that. Houston Rockets obviously have Amen Thompson, who I'm very excited to see. They also have just such a new and revamped team with, Fred VanVleet. You have Jalen Green there. You have Alfred Sengun. You have, Dylan Brooks. And by the way, I talked about Dylan Brooks in this other video that I'm popping up on the screen right now. I have very high hopes for Dylan Brooks this year. I really do. This Rockets team will be fun, although I don't think it'll be crazy fun. I'm going to put them A. I think Amen Thompson really carries this. Miami Heat. Do I think that they'll make it back to the NBA Finals? No. Was it a fluke of a run? Like, are they done? Maybe not. Maybe they'll have a solid seeding in the playoffs, or maybe they'll have something good, but I don't think they'll be back where they were. They traded so many of the pieces, they lost a lot of the pieces that led them to that position to be in the finals against the Nuggets. I'm not crazy excited for this team. I'm going to go C. I feel like they're a little overhyped. I feel like there's not many people who are actually, like, thinking about it and going, oh, they don't have a lot of the pieces that got them there. So they're a C team for me. Chicago Bulls. All right. Brooklyn Nets. All right, like I'm good with Mikal Bridges. Like, I think he'll be fun to watch. Okay, I'll put him in D. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. But the Chicago Bulls, I have really no interest in watching this year. I will not lie. Oklahoma City Thunder with a healthy Chet Holmgren. Obviously, their entire team from last year, SGA, one of the best point guards in the game right now. This is an S tier team. This team belongs in the S tier. I'm gonna give it to them. I feel like the team is just really fun to watch. It's crazy that 3 of the teams in S tier are all in the same bracket for this year's in-season NBA tournament. Like, that bracket is going to be the most insane one to watch. Golden State Warriors, I think they're going to be bad. I think the Warriors are going to be bad this year. I don't think they'll be back for the championship run. They don't have Jordan Poole, obviously, but now they have Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul coming off the bench is one of the funniest things ever. Am I excited to watch it, though? Not really, but they do have Stephen Curry. I'm putting them in C. They're still going to be a good team. They're still going to, have a solid offense. But you never know. Maybe if they're all dedicated, they're all into it, maybe they can have a good run this year, although I think that their window's closed. The Boston Celtics, can they have another year of mediocre playoff success without getting the actual championship? We don't know. Jaylen Brown obviously signed that huge-ass contract. They lost also Marcus Smart. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit rusty with this. It's been so long since we actually got to see these moves, and so much shit has happened. So I'm trying to step up my game right now. But they lost a lot of really key players. They do have Kristaps Porzingis, who is injured. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put him in B because I feel like a healthy Porzingis I want to see on the Celtics team. Like, I think that's just a crazy fun team to watch. But I don't think they'll, win the championship, to be honest. Like, is it bad that I'm over the fact that the Celtics are, like, never gonna win a championship? Like, Tatum cannot do it. He cannot bring his team to a championship. I don't know. LA Lakers, I have absolutely zero interest in watching this year. I think the only real cool part is seeing LeBron in, his elder years. It's fun to see his crazy performances that he drops. Other than that, I hate to say it, Anthony Davis is probably going to get injured again. I said the same thing with Zion. It's a fun team when he's alive and when he's up and when he's doing shit, but it's just a boring team when he's gone. And even when LeBron is out, AD cannot seem to carry the team himself. He needs, LeBron to be there. So I'm putting them in C. I'm not too excited for the Lakers, to be honest. And lastly, we have the Orlando Magic. For some reason, I always cheer for the Orlando Magic. I always want them to do good. I just love love their team. Paolo Banchero, I'm hoping for this right here from Paolo. I'm looking for a huge spike in his game. You have Franz Wagner there. You have Markelle Fultz who's there right now. I want to see this team explode. I want to see them have a great year. Anthony Black is there. It's going to be a fun watch. I just think the Orlando Magic are going to be a lot of fun, but not anything crazy. I'm putting them in B. If Paolo Banchero starts having a really good year. But with that being said, this is my final NBA 2023-2024 watchability tier list. Maybe halfway through the season, I redo this list and base it off of how the teams are actually doing in the season. Let me know if you want to see that down in the comments. I'm sorry if this video sounded weird, if the camera didn't look good. I'm working with what I got right now, okay? So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Click the video up on the screen if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Later.